shake hands and be honourable.
So Nigel, or Mr. Farage,
I
I'm going to call
shook hands with the BBC. How about that?
The old BBC. The old BBC.
And I want to say this. I have believed, since I first discussed it with him in 2016, in the campaign, I've believed all the way through that Trump would be a very good thing for NATO. And I think in many ways he has been a very good thing for NATO. You know, he's bullied NATO countries into upping their spending commitments even before the Ukrainian invasion by Russia, which happened a few years ago. Even in that first term, he was pushing, and actually, he's right. Secretary Generals of NATO, like Donald Trump, he's getting Europe to wake up to the fact that it needs to do something. And also, it's waking up to the fact that the European Union itself is just never going to get defence right. So on that NATO stuff, on that further push today, I agreed with all of it. I agreed with him saying that America had borne a very heavy burden. But there was one thing that he did say that I have to take issue with. He said, NATO have never given us anything back. And I will object to that politely by saying this. When the decision was made to go into Afghanistan, we went in with America and a coalition of the willing. We stayed by America for the whole 20 years. We proportionately spent the same money as America. We lost the same number of lives as America, pro rata. And the same applies actually to Denmark and other countries too. So it's not quite fair.
What do you feel, Nigel, about building on that, about the comments about Greenland? And although he can make all the security arguments, he can even make economic arguments, I didn't hear once in that speech anything about self-determination and democracy. And that is why I think you have seen such a direct and pretty aggressive for the European Union. Macron talking about a world without rules. We've got the Belgian PM, Bart de Weyer, warning against not being a miserable slave of America. You've got the strength of that response because of an apparent lack of respect for democracy.
Look, you know, I mean, first things first, I'm delighted that Trump and now Scott Bessent have done everything they can to torpedo the terrible deal that would threaten the American base of Diego Garcia. I do want to say that. Diego Garcia is the most important American base in the world outside of the American mainland. The British government, moronically, are going to pay to give away what is ours, and there's no doubt there'll be Chinese spies and all the rest of it over that American base. So I'm delighted with that. On Greenland, I have no doubt that the world would be a better, more secure place if a strong America was in Greenland because of the geopolitics of the high north, because of the retreating ice caps, and because of the continued expansionism of Russian icebreakers, of Chinese investment. So yes, would America owning Greenland be better for the world in terms of safety and stronger for NATO? It would. However, if you believe in Brexit, and if you believe in celebrating America's 250th birthday, if you believe in the nation state and not globalist structures, you believe in sovereignty. And if you believe in sovereignty, you believe in the principle of national self-determination. That's what you guys fought the British for. Your right of national self-determination. And you won. So I agree strategically with the arguments that he makes.